Welcome to the object identification technique part 4 session. So the previous video we talked about a tag name, attribute, value, and I forgot to explain about text. So in this video we can see this what is text. The text is nothing but between the tag. This is anchor tag, this is a anchor opening tag, this is anchor closing tag. So between this a tag, the text is located here is this one. This is a text. What is that? This is a tag name, attribute and value, and this is a text. What is that? It's a Marathi, right? So between the a tag, whatever the text is present, that is nothing but a text. Let's go and see that. And before we proceed further, we need to know that there are two kind of XPath. One is absolute XPath, another one is a relative XPath. Okay, that is technical, we know that it's a theoretical one. Absolute XPath means what? Before we go to the absolute and relative XPath, we need to know a little bit story here. If anyone is asking about you, boss, where are you located? Assume that I'm working in the CSC company. Okay, and I'm providing the training from the training room number 18. Okay, I'm providing the training. Right now I'm providing the training, and you want to meet me. Okay, simply calling Venkatesh, I want to meet you. Where are you? In the world, Asian continent, India, Maharashtra state, Pune district, CSE company. Okay, CSE company, and Wakad branch, and training room, Wakad office, training room number 18. Here only I am located. Okay, you gave the address like this, and sorry, I gave the address like this. Someone is trying to meet me and they are coming to the training room number 18. They are not able to find me. Oh God, the person gave the addresses like this: World, Asia, India, Maharashtra, Pune, CSE, Wakad office, and training room number 18. But I couldn't find him. No one is here. Why? At the time of taking the training, I was located in the training room number 18. Once my training gets complete, I am not going to stay there. I have to give the space for other people. What I will go? I will go to my ODC. My ODC, right? ODC means Offshore Development Center. I have to go to the ODC. So I will be located there. So this is a wrong locator, right? This is a wrong locator. So complete, this is what I am saying. It's absolute XPath. This is a wrong. So similarly, if we develop the script with this, the script will fail. Maybe currently during the sprint one, your script will work. If the developer is change the UI on the application, your script will fail. That's a problem. So you should avoid using this kind of absolute XPath. Then how can we do that? How can we avoid it? In that case, what you have to do? You have to use some kind of relative XPath. Okay, and again, boss, can I use this? I'll be always located in the ODC 18. Can I use this path? World, Asia, India, Maharashtra, Pune, CSE, Wakad office, ODC 18. Again, no, boss, you should not give that. The thing is, maybe right now you are located in this ODC 18. Suppose your project get changed. Maybe next month you are getting released from the project. Then what will happen? Are you going to stay in the ODC 18? You will go to ODC 16 or some other office also. Hinjwadi office, something, Hadapsar office. You will go to anywhere. Again, that's a problem. In this case, what you will do? Again, suppose if you got the onsite and you are going to somewhere in the US or UK, then you cannot use it. Then what is the best way to identify you? The simple is, go to simple. In the CSE, in the world, CSE company. CSE company in the world, how many companies will be? Something around 100 companies. Assume that 100 companies are there. Okay, 100 companies are here. What will happen? Go to India. India also assume that something like 25 companies are here. And Pune. Do we need to mention India something? No. Pune. Pune means it will be limiting only 5. In the Pune also you can mention it like Wakad. Only one office, Wakad office. then you can mention it. Employee ID is equal to something 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We can easily identify. Okay. Again, this is also trouble. You have to remove it. In the CSE company, the person employee ID is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Take the person. I want to meet the person. So this is good. Simply if you are putting employee ID means what will happen? CSE also they are having the employee ID. TCS also they are having the employee ID. Cognizant also they are having the employee ID. So in this cases, what you have to do? You should use like this. Pull all the CSE company data. In that, I want to meet the person is the employee ID who is having 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I want to meet the person. Then they will easily identify you. Right? Whether you can stay in India or US or Australia or anywhere, I could easily identify you. No problem. So this is what the relative expert. Okay. So now you got the understanding between the absolute and expert, absolute and relative expert. Hopefully you are able to follow this one. Okay. So that is what the recommendation is. Don't use the absolute expert. Absolute expert is maybe this time it will work. As I said, right now you are located in the ODC 18, but you are not sure you will be in the same project forever. Once your project gets over, immediately you will get the release. Once you get the release, will project team allow you to stay there? They won't allow. Immediately you can vacate from the ODC. It's a secured ODC, so vacate it. Go to the bench or go to the other project. So they cannot identify you in the particular ODC. So if you use this one, this whether you are staying in India or whether you are in the bench or whether you are in the project, this way is really easy. Okay. So this one is what is it actually? This is referring your immediate element, world. Immediate is Asian. Asia continent is immediate is India. Immediate is Maharashtra. Immediate is Pune. Immediate is CSE. Immediate is Walker office. Immediate is training room number 18. It's an immediate one. Okay. So that is what they are saying actually. This one is indicating the first node of the in the HTML document or DOM. First node means what is the first node here? This is a 1. This is a 1. Okay. So generally if I'm taking this one, copy this XPath, assume that this is XPath I am copying. Copy the XPath here. Copy the full XPath, okay? See, HTML body div1. This is a full XPath. Suppose for example developer they are adding one more div, then your script will fail. Or if they are removing this particular div, it will fail. That is what this is a absolute XPath. We should not use this absolute XPath. Then which one is better? Use always your relative XPath. See, really difficult to. Right now they have, they are saying this in the HTML body tag div, second div, form tag, in the form second div, again in the second div also there are so many div, go to the first div, third div, center input 1. If they are adding any div or removing any div, then this locator will be failing. That is what they are saying, don't use this absolute XPath. So best one is what they are saying actually. Best one is use the relative one. How to find the relative one? So the same one, right? Right now I took it this one only. This is the copy full XPath. I pasted here. The same one, this is absolute XPath. The same one I am trying to find with the help of the relative XPath. We'll try. What is that actually? This is the input tag. Input. There are so many input, right? Okay, what I want to find it actually, this one. I am trying to use a class name. Class is equal to, what is the value? This is an attribute, this is a value. I am trying to use this one. In that also two things are there. We need to hover the mouse over here, the yellow color. Is there anything highlighted in the here in the particular page? Nothing. Click on the next. Hover the mouse in the yellow. It's highlighting. So your element is the second element. So use the element as second. Put the bracket, square bracket here, and this is what your element. This is second element. So what it is saying actually, take all the input element, and the input element attribute needs to be class and value needs to be this one. Okay, in that cases I am getting the two element. First element is, I am not expecting the first element, I am expecting the second element. Okay, so in this way you can easily identify. Both are indicating the same thing only, but this is not correct. This is the best and recommended one. Okay, so that is what they are saying is that relative XPath is good. Okay, so what it mean actually, the double forward slash is indicating any node in the DOM. It means DOM means this is a DOM, or we can say it's a HTML elements also. HTML document we can say it's a DOM also we can say. Okay, so to indicate any node in the DOM or HTML element we need to use double forward slash. For absolute XPath, immediate element means you need to use single forward slash. Immediate next means single. Somewhere in the DOM, anywhere located means double forward slash. Okay, let's go one by one in the detailed one in the coming video.